But if you're not home, they will let you a receipt with saying that in this date the postman was at your home to give you a letter and you were not there, so please come to the post office in the address to receive the letter. And that's it. So you will find this kind of ticket in the mailbox of your residence home, so you must go with that one to the post office and take your letter, which I did because I was abroad for about 2 weeks, and that letter rested in the post office for about two weeks, or maybe a little bit more or a little bit less, but whatever. So when I came back, I took the ticket from the mailbox of my resident house. I went to the post office. I took the letter. I opened it because the green letter means driving fines. So I understood I had to pay some fines. So I opened it. I saw that those 3 driving fines were basically, if you don't read everything, okay, which is in big letters and in small letters and everything beneath, then you see that it's written like, if you paid in 5 days time from receival, there's a discount of 30% from the driving fine, so it is reduced. Okay, so you will pay not the entire fine, which was like 90 euro at that time. It was so if I paid in like 5 days from receival of the letter, I should pay 70. So I paid 70 the same date. I remember it because I didn't get, in my life so far I got twice fined for driving fines, and both times I remember well because for the same reason I paid it wrongly and I had to pay it back. So let me continue the story, okay? So I paid it the same day that I withdraw the letter. So for me, the case was closed because I was in 5-day time from receival of the letter, which was like received in my hands, the letter, so I paid it. But the problem didn't finish there, is I thought, because years later, I mean it was like 2021 autumn or this summer, I don't remember well because it's like a few months ago, but the point is 4 or 5 years later, okay, the police or the whatever the office that is actually a commercial company, because the police office that will not get the entire fine paid, they will go to a kind of compensational company, which will basically chase around looking for people that has to pay some fines or that didn't pay some due dates, I don't know, fines or other stuff. So it's kind of the kind of companies that are basically commercial companies. It's not the state, or partially it may be the state, but the other part is for sure commercial, whatever. They will look further for the person in charge, and that took them 1 year, you guys, because the letter that I have received this year, I mean 2021, was dated 2020, for God's sake, and I'm living in the same place, I have the same residence in the last 4 years. I changed it only when I got married, so I had to change the region and everything, so I changed it like twice, but it was in the same year, and in the last 4 years I'm living on the same address. So that's impossible that, the police didn't find me. It's impossible because I'm registered officially. So, whatever. But that's the bureaucracy in Italy, and the postal office, Italian, Poste Italia, it has also some big issues to correct, because they are they're taking these letters, these deliveries of letters, with such delays that you cannot imagine. Some letters will delay for a year, like in my case. I don't know where it was going around. I tried to find out. I asked the company where did you send it, when did you send it, because I have received it just like now. So tell me where it went and why I received it with such delay. But to these questions, most of the case, they will not answer. Just simple as that. And that's Italy in the 21st century. So let behind that thing, the point is this, that years passed. I mean, from 2015 until today, they're like, 5-6 years? No. The driving fine, I think it was like 2016, because they counted like 4 years of delayed payment, so almost 5, and I have received a new recommended letter from the Mothers of God's Agency of Credit Recovery or something like that, claiming that I did not pay those fines. So they have basically recalculated all the 3 fines with the interest of 30% plus over the maximum amount for the last 5 years. So they asked for like 600 euros for those fines to pay more. So I paid already like 200 at the beginning, and now they're asking for other 600 euro, and that's scandalous. Let me tell you this, because taking into consideration that the minimum monthly wage in Italy is about 920 euro, I think, per month, they are asking for 600 euros like immediately. Since I knew it was not truthful, because I knew that I went to pay immediately, I asked for clarifications of this situation by writing to the association for collectors that sent me the letter, step by step, understanding how they are thinking, because it's not only how the law is written, it's how the law is interpreted. And it's crazy, but I found out that in every state it's like this. The law is interpreted. So in this case, it's quite, taken by granted that it has to be like this, so it functions like this. It's correct, it's wrong, it's how it is. So pay attention to this. The bureaucracy in Italy is strong, so they will not give you all the answers. What I understood is that the main point is this, that when you get driving fines, the police that registered the driving fine, for example, in Verona or wherever you were, they will send the letter with driving fines to your resident address. How to explain it better? So either the postman is giving you in hand that letter when they will come to your home, and you will sign it, so the postman will register the date and the hour. Either you will go to the post office and you will take the letter. But the point is that the date of receival of that letter will be, however, taken into consideration the date that the postman came to your house. Okay, so in my case, I was not there, I was abroad, I came later, I came like 2 weeks later, and I had the receipt, I went to the post office and take the letter. So in my case, the date of receival of the letter for the postman and also for the police and for all the authorities was the date that the postman came to my house and left the notice in my box office. Okay, so what happened in my case? I basically paid in delay, because when I found the notice, I went to the box office, but it was 2 weeks after. Okay, so that period of 5 days payment with reduction of the bail was already past due. Okay, I don't know if I explained it well. Let me know in the comments if you have questions or doubts about it, because I'm trying to articulate it in English, and that's not so easy. But the point is, either you get the immediate notification and then you have those 5 days to pay immediately, okay? Otherwise, pay it the full amount, because you are already past due, okay? Even by 1 day, they will recalculate the entire amount of the driving fine plus some years of delay, because it's not counting that it's by their fault that they didn't find me like immediately, or they waited for 1 or 2 for almost 5 years in my case to resend the fine, you know, and they recalculated the entire amount for almost 5 years. So that's crazy, but that's how it works in Italy. The point is, if they can take some extra money from you, they will do it. So don't give them, you know, the possibility of doing so. Pay attention when you drive safely, and when you go to visit some cities, because it's beautiful. It's a pity not to visit, you know, different cities in Italy. Just take into consideration that most of them, like 99%, have some roads of restricted traffic area. So, you know, ZTL, I will let the sign here how it is, you know, present. So either you don't go there by car, so you, for example, in Volterra, I remember, it's a beautiful city in Tuscany, a wonderful city. It's located on a hill and it's so picturesque. It's amazing, but it's an old city. You cannot go by car to visit the center of the city, so you must go by foot, okay? So the point is that I searched. Today is very easy, because like 5 or 6 years ago, it was difficult to have a good navigator to see all the parking lots around, so you will, you know, find the best way to park your car. But today, it's very easy, because Google Maps and also the iPhone navigation system is showing all the parkings that you have in that city. And you see, but not restricted area parking lots, and they will find you. So park the car near the gates of the city, near the gates of the center of the city, so you will not get fined, okay? And then go by foot and visit the beautiful, you know, cities in Italy, because there are so many, and it's truly worth it, especially for you that love arts and love architecture and history. You know, there are so many beautiful cities. Last summer I went to Lecce, which is basically the capital of Puglia, of the region Puglia. It is breathtaking. I mean, believe me, if you go to visit the south of Italy, I truly recommend you go to visit Lecce, which is made in a particular stone, Pietra Leccese, it is named. Basically, the entire city, the center of the city is in this white, like beigey color stone, natural stone, and all the roads and all the buildings and all the churches, and there are so many churches in Lecce, you will go crazy about. The most beautiful is Santa Croce. It's breathtaking. I will let you to see one of the pictures that I took when I visited. So the point is, Italy is worth visiting, and particularly take a car, because it's truly beautiful. You have great roads. Yes, the autostrade, which means the high roads, are quite costly, but if you share the road with a friend or with other family friends, it's worth it, you know, because you can distribute the cost of the high roads and everything, and of the diesel, or you know, the gasoline, wherever your car is going. So it's worth it. Just pay attention, drive safe, and stay aware of the limitations of the traffic in the centers of the cities. That was all for today. I hope it was a useful video, because I tend to do many videos of such kinds, just sharing some of my experience, because I live in Italy for over 15 years by now, so I quite, you know, entered into the system. Like, Italy became my home. I'm also married here to a wonderful Italian man, I must say. But you know, the point is that when you live for a long period of time in a country, you get to know many meticulous moments and peculiarities that at first, as an immigrant, you cannot sense them immediately, and you will not get them immediately, but it's important to know them. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. In the meantime, stay safe, stay well, and we shall see each other in the next videos. Ciao! Mwah!